Yo, what is up, guys? TrinityRaven Hammer here, bringing you Blackwing deck profile. This is the Blackwings that I was using in the previous video. I started playing these like maybe a week ago, and I'm really loving them. Like, this deck is sacky, is very sacky. Um, like probably not as sacky as other builds because I am just now getting started with it, but whatever. I digress. Okay, let's get on with the deck profile. Okay, first we have 3 Shura. Shura is basically the beat stick of the Blackwings. It's also special summons creatures. Whenever it destroys one of your opponent's creatures, you get to special summon one Blackwing monster from your deck with 1500 or less attack. So this includes Kalute, Blizzard, Breeze, Gale, and Vayu. So So it just really speeds up the deck a lot. And next we have Bora. Bora is really good in combo with things like Shura and Sirocco. Say you have Whirlwind on the field. First turn of Whirlwind, you summon Shura, you grab Sirocco from sorry, you add Bora from the deck to your hand. You can special summon Bora that turn, attack. If you're going second, you can attack, and then you can overlay for one of your XYZs. Usually, I only grab Bora if I'm going second. If I'm going first, I usually grab something like Kalute. Okay, so next we have 3 Kalute. Kalute is basically a Crane or a Honest for the deck. During the damage step, you drop it, and then target Blackwing creature gets 1400 attack. It does boost it a lot. It works really well with Bora and Shura, especially Shura, because it can help you get over those big creatures, and you also get to go plus off of it. So it's really good. Next we have Blizzard. Blizzard is really good in this deck for synchroing because when you summon it, you get to target one level 4 lower Blackwing monster from your graveyard, spell summon and face up defense. So and then you can synchro with it. So what I usually do is I usually summon like Shura or Bora or Zephyros, whatever, and then I will synchro for 6. So um, so then when I synchro for 6, I can just attack. And then sometimes I also would go for Kalute and synchro for 5. I mean, you can get Catastor or Armades. So I run 3 of it. A lot of people run 2 of it. I find a lot of value in running 3. I don't know. Next we have 1 Breeze. Breeze is really good with Whirlwind because it pretty much the only other creature in here that has a lower attack than it is Vayu. So pretty much whatever you're gonna summon, you can get it while Whirlwind's on the field. And when it comes to your hand by a monster effect, a trap effect, or a spell effect, you can special summon it, and it is a level 3 tuner. So this means that you can synchro for 6 or 7, depending on what your field looks like. Next we have Gale. Gale is like the heart and soul of this deck. Gale, there's a reason why it's at 1 because it can be special summoned if you control a Blackwing, and it cuts your opponent's attacking one of your opponent's creatures attack and defense in half, and it's permanent. So like you can just like leave it there. Like say they have a bear on the field, you just like be like, oh okay, now you have an 800 attack bear. That bear is not going to be getting over anything anytime soon. So you can just like leave it there, attack over it, good for extra damage and stuff like that. And it's a tuner, so you can synchro for 7 if you need to go Black Rose or anything like that. So next we have Sirocco. Sirocco is really good because it helps getting over big beaters like Felgrand or stuff like that. Like so, also if your opponent has like what's a good example of creature with high defense? Millennium Shield. Why not? Millennium Shield has 3,000 defense, so it can help get over that pretty easily because the only creature that wouldn't be able to get over it is Vayu. So Yeah, so and then Sirocco combos really well with Bora because Bora does have that piercing damage. So it not only will you be able to get over that creature, but then you deal damage to your opponent. Next we have Bayou. Bayou is really good in the graveyard. I usually ditch it into the graveyard with either um, with a Lavalval Chain, or if I do draw into it, it's a really good target for Icarus attack. So like you get a free Bayou into a graveyard where it's most useful, and then you get to pop to your opponent's cards. So next we have one Zephyros. Zephyros is I wouldn't say it's key in this deck, but it's really good because you can send cards like say you summon a Clute with Shura's effect, you can send Clute back to your hand and then spell summon this, and you can XYZ for something if you want. It sends Blizzard back to your hand just in case like you didn't synchro with it for something, like because if you say you had Shura, then you spell some Bora from the graveyard with Blizzard instead of synchro and you want to overlay. This helps you get that Blizzard back to your hand, where so next turn you can use that Blizzard again. Then like there have been times where I have sent Fiendish Chain back to my hand just so I can use it again the next turn because it's already done its purpose. Like say like I did a Pike, I like Fiendish Chain Pike, like and then I send this back to my hand, special summon Zephyros, and then I can set this again for the next turn. Alright, next we have two maxis. This format is really heavy on synchroing, and like I didn't want to run Valor because I am running the 3 Fiendish Chains already. So next we have Allure of Darkness. Allure of Darkness is really good because you get to draw 2 cards, and seeing that this the creature basis on this deck is mostly dark, I'm pretty much always gonna have a dark creature in my hand. Next we have Black Whirlwind. Black Whirlwind is the searcher of the deck. Every time you normal summon a Blackwing creature, you can add 1 Blackwing creature from your deck to your hand that has less attack with it. So like if you summon Shura, you can add everything except for Sirocco. For some Sirocco, because it can be normal summoned if you don't control any creatures and your opponent does. So if you summon Sirocco with this on the field, you can literally search out every single monster in this deck except for, of course, Maxi. So then it works really well with Breeze because when Breeze is added to the hand, it can special summon itself, and then you can go for like 5, 6, 7, whatever. Next we have Dark Eruption. Dark Eruption is just to get a lot of creatures back from the graveyard because we do run a lot of targets like for this card, like Gale, Blizzard, and Kalute. Those are the main ones that you're going to be getting back with this. So like you can use Gale again because who doesn't want to use Gale multiple times? Yeah. So next we have Dark Hole. Dark Hole, self-explanatory. Then we run 3 MSTs. I personally hate back row, so I do run a lot of back row hate in this deck. Yeah. Then we have Pod Duality just to speed the deck up a little bit. No, I'm not going to run Upstart Goblin and Reckless Greed. I don't like Reckless Greed and Upstart. In this deck, giving your opponent, seeing that's not an OTK deck, giving your opponent that 1,000 more life, not good. So next for the traps, we have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, self-explanatory in this format. Compulse, really good at getting over those hard, big creatures that are not easy to get over. Next we have Delta Crow Anti-Reverse. This card is really good if you draw it first turn, which most of the time I do draw first turn. So basically I draw it, I summon a Blackwing, and then I set this, and then your opponent just like doesn't expect it because like they set like all their back row, and then you chain it during their end phase, and it's like, oh well, you just lost all that back row, and then I got hurt. Like I got hurt not at all. So this card is really good. Next we do run Fiendish Chain. This format is really effect monster oriented. So this just helps stopping things like Pike, Vistas, Bear, let's see, Infernity, Archfiend, stuff like that. It's just really good in negating a lot of effects. Next we have Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack is just a beast in this deck because like it combos really well with Vayu if you have a lot of ways to get creatures back from the graveyard like Blizzard and Dark Eruption and stuff like that. And like of course Zephyros brings himself back to the graveyard, so it just has a lot. It's a really good card. And then you get to destroy 2 of your opponent's cards, and they just hate this card. And next for the extra, we won 1 Ally of Justice Catastor. I run this because we can synchro with Blizzard and Kalute, which I have done before. So next is we have Armades, Keeper of the Boundaries. This card is really good, especially against a lot of, like I said, I hate back row, so this card is really good against trap heavy decks because then they can't activate it. Next we have Black Rose. Self-explanatory. Just when I'm behind, I just need to nuke the field. I go Black Rose. Now, Graham the Shining Star. I don't really like this card, but I have got into it once because with Vayu in the graveyard, you can go into this card. It's just it's decent, but yeah. So this is next we have Blackwing Armed Wing. This is the main card that you're probably going to be synchroing for most of the time. You're going to synchro into this more than any of the other synchros. Besides maybe Blackwing Armor Master, but this card is really good because if your opponent does set a monster, this does deal piercing damage and it gains 500 attack if it is a defense position monster. So just kind of like adding salt to the wound. So we have Blackwing Armor Master. Armor Master is really good because it can't be destroyed by battle. And then, let's see, I take no damage evolving it. And then during the damage step, I place 1 wedge counter on the monster. And then you remove all the wedge counters from 1 monster, and its attack becomes 0 until the end phase. Attack and defense becomes 0 until the end phase, so it's really good against like things like Big Eye and Dracosac and stuff like that. Next we have 1 Celestial Wolf Lord Blue Cirrus. This card is really good because it's 2400 beat stick, and then when it dies, one of your opponent's creatures loses 2400. I mean, seriously, just think of that. That's a Megalo going from OP AF to 0 attack that can be like easily ran over. Easily. Next we have the 1 level 8 starter Spark Dragon. Like other people run Scrap Dragon. The reason why I chose to run this is so that like I can protect things like Whirlwind and my back row and stuff like that. So I just like this little card a lot. Next we have Vulcan the Divine. Vulcan the Divine is an okay card. You summon it, and then it can get over like Dracosac or something like that. If they have tokens on the field, you send Dracosac back to the field, back to the hand. If you have Phoenix Chain, you send that back to the hand. Yeah. Next we have Extinction Knight. Extinction Knight, self-explanatory, OP AF card. Next we have Gaga Cowboy, the #1 game finisher. I think I've won more games with Gaga Cowboy than any other card ever. Okay, we have 1 Ice Beast and 0 Shrine. This card negates everything. So and then it gains attack for it. So just really good. So we have Revolver Chain, of course. Just like stacks your deck, sends Vayu and Zephyros to the graveyard. It's really good. Then 101 just gets over all those big beat sticks like Dracosac and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you're gonna special summon? Oh, well, I'm gonna press you. So that's my my Blackwing deck. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and please come back for more. Thanks.